Thoughts and Friends podcast back again. It's just me and Bobbie hanging out, doing our thing. Post wedding. Just kidding. Wes is fucking back, baby. There he is in the fucking flesh.
I'm back.
That song.
Rumors of my demise have been greatly exaggerated. I'm back.
He had his testicle reduction surgery. His balls were too damn big, and he has returned to the podcast. How's everyone doing tonight?
You guys have squashed your beef, and Wes could finally return.
Yeah, we squashed the beef. The tabloids were going amok with rumors saying there was a falling out, saying the revenue split. We just couldn't come to consensus that Wes was starting his own podcast.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That Jacob, maybe he was a little jealous of how well he did and how handsome he was on the show.
Well,
fun fact, that episode about wrestling, a lot of people watched for whatever reason. I don't know.
Nice. It was probably
I don't know
like close to WrestleMania. Like people are probably
it was well timed. I don't know if I put some keywords or something in there, but it was like one of our best episodes in a while, which is strange.
Fair enough.
I was anticipating the opposite.
What's it called? The picture
thumbnail?
The thumbnail?
Yeah, that thumbnail.
The thumbnail. You know,
It was hitting.
I've been really photoshopping my ass off lately, but it's good to be back with the old crew, with the normal squad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, better looking for sure. That's one thing, but there's no way I would be jealous of the man's drafting ability, if we're being honest. I mean,
honestly, every time he comes on and does a draft, it shocks me how bad he is.
Even worse
shambolic.
Than me.
Yeah, he knows how to Dre knows.
You're like 3 drafts into your entire life. He's been aware of what a draft is forever.
Okay.
He drafted a guy in that wrestling draft who murdered his entire family.
That is,
he did do that, and then himself. And
the thing about it, and then himself. The thing about it was he did not think of it as a bit or that it was like a funny thing for him to say. At the end, he's like, I didn't really think about that part. That probably should have factored into me drafting that. I was like, I don't know how it could not. I don't know how when you think Chris Benoit, you can't think,
dude, must
guy murdered his entire family.
Nice.
He's like, no, it was a good in-ring worker, good wrestler.
Okay, well. You know, I'm happy that there's someone on this show that's worse than me at a draft.
Yeah, he is. He definitely is.
Yeah.
Significantly.
Yeah. Sorry, Jacob. Love you, though.
Would love to sub you back in. Since last speaking, me and Jacob kind of talked about the wedding, but not in very great detail. But I figured we'd dive into the nitty-gritty. How's your life post? Let's see the ring.
You're talking to a married woman.
Married woman.
Right? Man, I can hardly get this thing in focus. It's just so big and blingy.
So big. God damn.
Look at that beautiful bitch.
My eyes. It's glistening.
So, wedding went off without a hitch. I feel like there was no real hiccups, which was great. Planned my ass off for a reason. What else? I did go ahead and proceed to die that night, which was a bummer. You know, and what I keep saying is I don't feel like I drank that much, but I think that it all hit me at once in the adrenaline, come down from everything. And I was just done well. But I still had a great time.
Yeah, I think from what I remember, everyone had a pretty good time. Yeah, there's usually at least one thing they're like, oh, fuck, this is a disaster.
I don't know if I think I told Bobbie this already, but I would hate for you to get a big head, but as good as it gets.
Thanks.
Good as it gets. Great wedding. No notes, really. I mean,
the one thing that I was worried about, the shuttle showed up on time. It was fine. Hopped right on time, in and out. It seems like every time without fail, if you go to something like that where there's a wedding shuttle from the hotel, they're always just like, we'll just show up when we show up.
Right. I I was super pleased with everything. I think that I was a little nervous when they were setting up because I had a lot of decor. There was so much like stuff that we had to bring. Like my car was packed, Tommy's car was packed, but that worked out well. The end of the night, I died, so none of my bridesmaids knew to like hang back and maybe like just make sure like my planner was okay. I didn't tell them. Like I literally didn't even think about it. So everyone left, and my planner was there cleaning up everything, and my parents were still there, so my parents like stayed and helped, and there was just so much shit for them to clean up. That was totally my bad.
Hand up there, yeah. That's a
Yeah,
whoops.
that's
What
like,
are you paying her for?
well, there was so much, and we had to be out by midnight that like she couldn't do it by herself. And then my parents
planner.
accidentally took her bag home with them, so then she was stranded at the venue. So they're just, that was ridiculous. But that's honestly fine. Did I throw up on the side of the road all the way home? Maybe.
All the way
You
home
might
is
have.
aggressive. That's aggressive.
Yeah, you did multiple times, but on the way home, that's a good time. That's funny. That's
I
funny.
know.
They'll
That
pull
was
off the
bad.
side of the road.
Yeah.
Were you
Yeah, that was
still
bad.
in your dress at that time?
No, I wasn't. Thankfully, at the venue, I
Ah,
changed back into like PJs, like the little like PJ dress that I had. So that was good that I at least had that on, and not my fucking dress. But also, the dance floor was the big debate the last time we talked about the wedding. And guess what? Everyone loved, and what everyone commented on, that fucking dance floor.
I don't like. Was there someone that was like, "We don't need this," other than Tommy because it was
Tommy.
expensive? Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. I do
Tommy was
recall
the only
him.
hater.
Yeah, I do recall him being all over that dance floor, and at one point, stripping down to pony and giving an experience to his new bride that she'll never forget. So I think he
My
was
dad,
in on the dance floor by the end of that.
my dad went up to him after that, and he was like, "Just to let you know,
Oh,
it's every father-in-law's worst nightmare." So yeah,
oh,
Tommy did give me the lifetime lap dance there.
Yeah, Magic Mike 3, the casting call was a little too early. Had they seen that, probably would have got a ring.
yeah.
So that was great. We jetted off to Jamaica right after. Super relaxing. Jamaica is probably the most beautiful weather I've ever experienced. Perfect weather. Like, I just can't get over it. Like, we might have to go back there every March because it was just the most perfect weather. Like, it was warm, not too hot.
We'll get to
So,
the honeymoon because I don't know anything about it really other than you were in Jamaica. But
okay.
we need more detail on the wedding. We can't just say it was good and move on.
Well, okay.
So
What else do you want?
Can I give you one note?
I have a thing too. Go ahead. I have a thing too. Now
One
I
drawback,
remembered.
one
I
negative,
remembered.
very
Go ahead.
small.
What?
That chicken was dry as shit. I don't know. If
That
was
chicken
anyone
was
else's
dry.
thing. It was dry as fuck.
I think we forget
Prime rib
that
was
when
great.
there's a half a plate of prime rib right next to it. I think we move
Yeah.
on. That we forgive.
I
Did you
think-
get prime rib too?
Yeah, I had both.
they gave
So
Okay,
it
good.
they gave
was
it both
fine.
if they wanted it. Yeah, yeah. That was. We'll get to that too. It's fucking really good food all weekend.
was good.
It was good. It was good.
Yeah, Friday was such a good food.
I thought the hotel was weird.
Yes. The hotel was
Expand.
giving like old.
It was like Westworld, like simulation vibes in that whole little
Yeah.
pod that we were in. It's kind of like a weird, like
It
who
was-
the fuck stays here?
It was like a child made a Sim City and like just started their game, and they had like 6 buildings in, and they didn't finish it.
The way, you know what bugged me about the fucking way they set that place up? The only place to walk in the like check-in area, the reception area, and then like the lobby, you had to walk in front of the door that was motion, and the door was just open and closing. Oh, the whole time it was freezing. That was fucked up setup. The lobby was weird. The decor
You didn't know
was
where the entrance was.
no,
It was
from the outside.
homey, though. I will say
The
it was
rooms
kinda
were
homey.
fine. The rooms were
good. The
your
continental
room-
breakfast. I mean, come on.
Yeah, ass. None of them are ever good, but yeah, it was a weird hotel. Like from the outside, it kind of looked like a a senior living facility in a lot of ways.
That's funny. I know. It was weird.
But the rooms were fine. The rooms were nice. It was
Yeah.
it was kind of weird.
Our room
Anybody
had a
check
nice
out the
little
pool
living
by
room
it?
area.
It did. You had a nice room.
I walked by the pool, didn't go in.
Looked
Not
exactly
impressed.
what I would have anticipated the pool of that hotel to look like.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You've been to one Holiday Inn, you've been to them all, you know.
Yeah.
It wasn't
Yeah,
a Holiday
that's really-
Inn.
But you know what I mean. It was, you know,
No,
you
I
put
Yeah,
some
that's the only-
signs on the wall, and it's, you know, it is.
That was the only weird thing, but it was very conveniently located for the rehearsal dinner.
Yes.
Oh, another note, another negative, really only for me. I didn't have a seat for the rehearsal. There was one too many people. I had to sit.
Really?
I mean, it was fine, but we just
Did they have to get you another chair?
yeah. But
I'm sure that there was a seat somewhere else.
Who was the
There
party
wasn't.
crasher? Someone showed
There
up.
wasn't.
Someone crashed. Someone that wasn't supposed to be there. Someone that was
Was
uninvited.
there really 41 people there?
But the positive of that is I got to sit at a table with Tommy's grandma and get to know her a little bit. What a lovely lady.
She is lovely. She's in
She's
the
really
hospital
funny.
right now. Poor
that's sad.
Grandma Ninja Turtle. That's what we call her. No, she's doing all right. But the food at the rehearsal dinner trumped me being upset the room was so small because it was so good.
I agree. Brody didn't think it was awesome. I thought it was.
No, that wasn't what I said. Some Drew and Allison who had the filet said they didn't like it. I didn't try it, so I don't know. I had the salmon. I thought it was very good.
Oh,
All my
yeah.
food was fine.
I don't know how you could say that filet wasn't good. He said there were either one of Drew or Allison said there was like whatever's on the top of it.
Whatever
And,
was
like it was like a
topped with, they
texture,
didn't
like a
like.
texture thing.
Oh yeah, it was breadcrumbs because it was like
Yeah,
the
that's what I thought
Sicilian
it was.
style.
There you
how
go.
They were
Well,
describing.
you know, you can't please everybody. Can't please everybody.
Fucking zip it. Oh, another item. Most people don't know. They've met Tommy a time or two. His father attended Purdue, and their whole family is Purdue basketball fans. And during the rehearsal dinner, they became the second team ever to lose to a 16 seed as a 1 seed while the rehearsal was going on, which was really funny.
The
Yeah.
timing, it couldn't have been funnier.
It actually wasn't funny.
I thought it was really funny.
Depends who you ask.
If I would go and ask Tommy right now, hey babe, how was the rehearsal dinner that we spent thousands of dollars on? He would say, oh, Purdue lost. He wouldn't think of anything else. That
Who remembers
rehearsal
the
dinner was
rehearsal
so
dinner?
expensive.
Yeah, that's fine. Who cares? It was probably expensive though. I
You
thought they
enjoyed it.
handled
It
it
was
pretty
good.
well. I thought they handled it pretty well.
Yeah,
Fine.
we didn't get any
More-
meltdowns.
Morgan went up to him and was like, listen, you have 1 minute to be upset about this, and then it's
And
fucking done.
Lock it up.
Yeah. And he did handle it pretty well.
Yeah.
After the rehearsal, we had some fun back in Drew and Allison's room. Got a noise complaint early on in the evening. I think it's because I was acting a fool out in the hallway. Oh my God, you guys, I didn't plug my mic in. You didn't say anything.
I'm out of practice. It's been a while.
My keen ear. Well, just Will filibuster. You go ahead and plug it in.
Yeah, you
figure it
jam
out.
it in.
Yeah, talk more about how shitty certain parts of my wedding was.
I'm trying to
Yeah,
think
what
of
a
any other
dump that
bad
place was.
stuff.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
trying to
there's any-
nitpick. I'm trying to think of bad things.
all the guys showed up. I don't know if this is Tommy's fault or your fault.
Oh,
but
yeah.
we were like, so do we get lunch or it's
That
like,
was
yeah,
your
well,
guys' fault.
fend for yourself. Well, I don't know, you
Don't
guys.
look at me. Well, who's
mean,
you guys?
If it wants to be Tommy and Paul's fault, that's fine. But
Okay, you know what? Let's blame it on Paul and Tommy, but mostly Paul because he was the best man. I
Okay.
said, hey guys, just to let you know, on your way to the venue, you should stop and get lunch. And they both said, okay. And
yeah, we were told that would be there.
I will say on the schedule that was sent out, it said lunch arrives for the
True. On the itinerary.
not the bridal, the opposite of the bridal, the other party.
No, it didn't.
I'm gonna pull it up.
I don't know if it said lunch will be provided. It did say lunch though.
No, it
I don't-
says guys arrive with lunch.
Okay.
I
don't-
That could be.
I don't remember. It did say something about lunch, but shout out to, I believe, Cody's wife hooked it
I
up,
believe so.
brought us some
Got
food.
some Jimmy Jones.
Oh, I didn't know what you guys. I didn't know if you guys left and went and got food or what.
No, she brought it.
That's nice of Abby. Did she pay
Yeah.
for it?
No, we all paid.
I don't know.
I think.
What a saint. Abby, her birthday was on the rehearsal dinner. She's got a St. Patrick's Day birthday, so I felt kind of bad. But we did some birthday shots. It was great. What else? I feel like. Oh, also something to note: we did dueling pianos at the wedding. What were your guys' thoughts on that?
Great.
I'll let you go. I'll let you go.
Better than I thought it was going to be, honestly, and I didn't think it was going to be bad. I was really thinking it was going to kind of take me out of it, but it did not at all. Like nothing was lost from them playing the music at all, from what I could
know.
tell.
I feel like people always think it's going to be like slower paced or more like boring if you hear dueling pianos, unless you've been to like a dueling piano show. But they just like don't stop. It was just like meshing really cool songs together.
And making dumb like requested dumb shit like into danceable stuff and making it turn it into they're very talented, very good job. And I also thought it went the right amount of time, and then they switched over to started DJing for like an hour. Thought it was a good transition, good amount of time. Really cool.
Here's what it says on the thing. Lunch arrives, bridal and groom suite. So that's what it says. You can see how that could be misconstrued.
Damn.
That's what it says on the thing.
I do see how that could be misconstrued.
Well, we showed up and I put a hurtin' on the candy in that room.
We ate a lot of candy.
Let me just tell you, no surprise to any of our listeners. There was a candy jar in there, and your boy was about it. I was in the candy.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, that's my bad. I mean, I'll take that one. I'll fall on that knife, but I will say, I think that's Paul's problem personally. Because like my maid of honor got us food and Paul was supposed to get the guys food. But you know what? It is what it is. It got figured out. Hopefully you guys had a few beers in the meantime.
Yeah,
roamed
shout out
around
to your
the
dad.
venue.
Shout out to your dad. Got us a bottle of Whistle Pig in there. We had some drinks, some nice classy drinks.
Nice.
Yeah,
nice.
had some beers, watched some basketball. You know, it could have been worse.
Yeah. And Brody was in charge of the very important task, him and Parker, of opening the doors on a very specific time. They did great. Drew, our friend, officiated the wedding, and I just kept hearing how well he did and that people really liked his, I don't know what you would call it, presentation.
Sure.
Whatever.
Performance.
I thought he did a great job. Tied in St. Patrick's Day weekend. Loved it. It was great. Anything else noteworthy?
I would also like to add, all of the bridesmaids looked great. Loved the black. They all looked really great. Loved the black gloves. I thought the gloves
I was about
really
to
nice.
say, what were your guys' thoughts on the gloves?
I loved them. I thought they looked really good.
Fancy.
Awesome.
I wanted some of my own.
It just like Wes shows up in gloves.
Yeah.
I was just refreshed not to see a bunch of like neutral colored beige dresses like you see at every single other wedding. It's like everyone's wearing burgundy. Everyone's wearing brown. Everyone's wearing whatever.
Well, I'm happy that you noticed that. I enjoyed it. I thought the decor came together well. Happy hour. Drinks were strong, obviously. And they like had the little coolers set out so like people could just like grab a beer.
That was smart. Yeah.
Very smart.
Also, underrated part of weddings, don't make people travel somewhere for the reception. Don't do that. Just have it in the same place. It's really, really helpful.
Nice.
And a lot of people have them in churches, though, Wes. You can't really have a big drunk party in a church. That's the drawback for most. But I think all three of us would say, just don't have it in a fucking church. But what can you do?
That's one way to do it.
YOLO.
Or at least have it close, At least have it close by. It's a nice touch.
Yeah, definitely.
You just go right into the cocktail hour, right into the reception.
Makes everything go so smoothly.
So smooth.
we were able to talk to everyone during the cocktail hour. So then by the time the reception hit, it's like we could just enjoy ourselves, had some cake, did a little walking around, took some pictures. I didn't get a ton of photos like just on our phone with like just Tommy and I. So that's something that I should have done. But I mean, whatever. Look,
I
we
think
had
you'll have
plenty of
plenty
other.
plenty of photos of the two of you from the day if I had to
Yeah.
guess.
Yeah. Yeah. Wedding planner. Which one was the wedding planner?
She was in a jumpsuit. She had like short hair. She was in the bridal suite with us, like opening the doors and stuff.
I could tell you, I couldn't describe to you what she looks like. I know who she was, but
She had glasses.
She did a good job, I think.
Yeah.
She was helpful.
Good. Yeah.
What was your like any negatives for you? Any regrets?
So I don't think so. I feel like obviously I hate that I've fucking blacked out. Like I wish that I wouldn't have done that.
But,
It's like
It didn't really do anything.
you know,
Like it's fine.
you basically blacked out for the parts after the wedding, which who gives a shit, I guess.
yeah, but I wish I remembered more of like the dancing, you know?
Sure.
Like and I talked to a lot of people like while dancing and like that's fuzzy. That's so fuzzy.
Yeah. And yeah. Afterwards in the hotel was fun, and you were not a part of that, which is, you know.
Yeah.
Neither was I, so all good.
Perfect. I woke up towards the end with Paul jumping on me saying, "My sister." But I did wake up and I was there for a little bit. That was a regret. Wish I drank a little bit more water. What else? I don't think there's
a lot of people say, from what I've heard, you know, just that I've heard about weddings, you know, I've heard a lot.
Yeah.
That a lot of the small things that you stress about before, you don't even notice or remember like afterwards or during. Like they don't matter as much.
That might be true for certain people. I don't think that's true for me because I was like, I thought about this shit so much. I wanted it to be perfect, you know?
Yeah, and nothing like stood out to you like, oh, I wish that was different.
No.
You just nailed it.
I think
Love
I
to
nailed
see
it.
Was there anything that you paid for? You're like, yeah, probably could have done without that. Didn't really need.
Yeah,
that
I think I could have done without the flower wall, honestly, because sure it was cute, but like the venue's so nice that there was like other places to take photos, and I feel like you didn't get to see the venue because of that.
I see. I was gonna say, yeah, that's probably you could have left out because I don't know where that was.
Yeah, it was
really?
I remember now. It was in the corner where I saw
corner.
People taking pictures. Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, that was like $400 or something. Like that's stupid to pay that for that. You know, like it was kind of spur of the moment. A couple months ago, I did it, and then I was like, why did I just fucking pay for that? So yeah. I mean, there's really not a whole lot that I would have changed. So I'm happy.
Glad to hear it.
The dress debacle turned out good. Oh, the cake was good.
Okay.
Oh, you know what? That is one thing that got fucked up. So I surprised Tommy with like a 2-tier cookie cake. It was like huge. I don't know if you guys saw it. And like it was supposed to be really cute, and it got there and I thought that it was atrocious. And I was like, I don't even want to fucking see it. I was like, put it in the back. Don't put it on display. Someone can cut it and serve it later, but I don't want to see that fucking ugly thing.
What was wrong with it? It was just.
I mean, I just like had something in my head and like, okay, so Tommy asked me to marry him with a cake that said, will you marry me? Oh, yeah. So on the cookie cake for his surprise, I wanted it to be like fun, cute, scrolly letters on the top that said yes, you know? And it came out in like the worst font, and it just had a big black yes on the top. And I'm like, why wouldn't they have made this at least a little bit cuter? Like, I don't know. It was just fucking weird. So I was like, no. My planner was like, do you want me to scrape that off of the top? And I was like, honestly, just get it out of my fucking sight.
So we didn't see
Throw it
that.
in
No
the
one saw. No one saw that.
No one saw that.
Okay.
Wish you had a picture.
Yeah, we'll
I
peek
think
behind
I
the
do
curtain.
have a picture.
I would like to see it. I'd like to see
Okay.
it.
All right, I'll have my mom send it to me.
Okay.
Those on the YouTube. I don't want to go above production's head here, but maybe we can post it, put it on the screen if you're watching on the YouTube.
Yeah, if we can get it before show's end, I can throw it up on screen. Make sure you're liking, subscribing, hopping on the YouTube, downloading, rating 5 stars.
I got a
reviewing.
feeling. I mean, we didn't do a lot of press to promote this, but I think this episode's is going to be a hit. People want to know about the wedding. I don't think
want to know.
I don't know if. I wish more stuff went wrong. I think. I don't know. It's just like.
Yeah, just for the content, you probably should have at least sabotaged one thing. Maybe me and Wes should have for the content.
Yeah.
I think okay, this is another thing that's kind of funny. Like during the reception, when I was like about to hit my blackout, Tommy and I went into the bridal suite, just us. And because we both had to poop.
No.
And yeah. And so like the guy like saw us going into there and he was like, ooh, like the owner. And I'm like, no. You
Dude,
don't understand what's about to happen.
You don't even know.
And so I went in there. It was just like a little tummy ache, whatever. But then Tommy went in there and was like blowing that shit up. People were walking in and being like, man, it's so stinky in here. I'm like, yeah, because the groom is blowing it up. While we were in there, 2 more people came in there to poop. I'm like, everyone's got to poop.
Yeah.
That prime rib went straight through everybody, apparently. Oh, something else that went wrong. Brady. Oh my God, why do I keep
doing that?
I keep getting called Brady. It's
his birthday. If he's listening, happy birthday. I haven't seen him today, but
he's our #1 fan. Happy birthday.
Fun
Brady.
fact, tomorrow's my birthday.
It is. That's true.
Day birthdays.
Oh yeah, and
you're
odds? Coming here. So I'm gonna see you on your birthday.
That's true. For not very long, and then I'll be in the car.
Wow.
And
so that means Tommy has to drive then if it's your birthday.
Yeah, maybe I'll just get
texted
really
you
drunk in the car.
Oh my gosh, you should. So anyway, fuck you. No. I know it's so ugly.
Another thing, oversell it.
Another thing that that went wrong. If you guys have ever been to Peel, which most of the people listening to this that are my friends have been, there's this thing on the appetizer menu that's called prosciutto involtini. It's so good. Like it's pizza dough with prosciutto and basil and like wrapped up in a little pinwheel, and you dip it in cheese and marinara. It's fucking delicious. I requested that our caterers make that as one of our past appetizers, and they made it, but it was like, when you're expecting something and it was different, it definitely didn't taste right. I mean, it was still fine if you didn't know it was supposed to be like the prosciutto involtini thing.
Was that the only appetizer, like during the cocktail hour? Was that the only appetizer? Because I saw something. I didn't know what it was.
No, that is, the other thing was bacon wrapped potatoes, and it was served with a Creole sauce. So good.
Gotcha. Okay. I'm not sure. I don't think we were texting about this. Do you remember me, you, and a friend of yours throwing it back on the dance floor by chance?
Hell yeah.
You do recall
No,
that?
I don't remember that. I recall you texting me about that, but I don't recall that happening at all. Like I thought you were kidding.
No, you came dare I say sprinting in to throw it down. I almost ripped my pants. I did slip. I'm glad I didn't hurt myself. The shoes were slippery on the dance floor. That was fun.
There was so much ass being flipped around.
Just tossed about, if you will.
Yeah.
Yeah. Here's one thing. The shoes were uncomfortable. I switched to my sneakers very early in the night. The shoes were hurting my little feeties.
Yeah.
There was like some surfaces. Yeah, we would stand. I was mostly fine. I stayed in mine all night. But yeah, like my heels were hurting a little bit.
Yeah. My feet were fucking killing me too.
The way I was moving around, I needed the support. Here, I'm going to throw this cake up. Make sure you're watching on the old YouTube. I think
It's
also
so bad.
the angle of the photo is just like
Is that-
such a whatever. Fuck. It's like,
Is this? I don't.
and
Is that
the
Times-
yes is like
Times New Roman?
off. Yes,
It
it's
is,
not
like,
even. It wishes. It's
I think
fucking,
that's capital Arial, like Arial font, just all caps.
like
Yeah.
no
would they
bullshit.
actually-
I could have made that. That
For sure. I think
yes.
the cake looks okay. I mean,
Yeah, the cake looks fine. It looks a little burnt on that one top tier.
It's
yeah.
a little
honestly,
slanted, but I mean,
The best cakes or the best cookies do have a little bit of coloring like that. So that's like it's fine. But I'm like, what in God's green earth is that? How would you just write that yes on there and not be like, maybe this isn't right? Like maybe I should ask the bride like how she actually wanted this to look.
I mean, does this motherfucker not have a boss? Like,
Yeah. You got to go
Feels like
cursive at least.
good.
What are we doing?
Yeah.
Yeah, that looks like shit. I would have eaten
Yeah.
it though.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. I'm happy it did get eaten. But no one had to see the ugly fucking yes until now. And it's
Okay.
off-centered. Like, look at the yes.
Yeah, it's really
not
it's
even-
pathetic.
it is
Yeah.
such a half-assed yes. Yeah, that is.
Poor
Guess how
effort.
much that cost?
Ugh.
$450.
Oh God,
No.
I don't know.
I would have died.
120. 120.
230.
Yeah.
But so could be worse. But
For
like
that?
but that
It's a lot of cake, I suppose.
mean, yeah, it serves
Yeah.
a lot. But I was just like, come on, what the fuck are we doing here?
Yeah, I'm glad you
Not
didn't
great.
present that. I would have left. I would have objected
I would
and
have
left the
roasted
wedding.
the fuck out of it.
I should have
Definitely
just
would've-
put that in the groom suite. Hey guys, sorry, forgot
Oh.
about lunch.
Well, here's lunch. You would have seen some gnarly shits in that fucking bridal suite had that
Yeah.
been lunch.
Yeah.
Wes would have had to wear a diaper.
Oh yeah. Well, there was speaking of that, the bathroom is pretty tight quarters on the rest of the room for the in the groom suite.
Oh.
There's a couple guilty. Myself. What do you want from us? We're there for like 5-6 hours. You
It was pretty hot and stinky by the time the wedding rolled around. We'll just say that.
And then Tommy's older brother like posted a picture on Instagram, like, oh, getting ready for the wedding. And like in the background, Parker's shirtless, barrel out. Wes is in his fucking boxer
in my underwear.
briefs.
yeah.
Jacob's pulling his pants up. I'm like, John, what are you doing? Not even
Yeah.
proofing this before you post it. It was like I screenshot it and I'm gonna keep that picture forever because it makes me laugh so fucking hard.
It's pretty funny.
Just the pure ignorance, like
yeah.
oh.
Just no edit whatsoever.
None.
Just
None.
Just dudes prepping for the night of
Me
their
and the
life.
boys.
Yeah.
You know, a day that's usually so full of glamour, people don't see. There's a lot of unglamorous moments mixed in, and it's all about the
Yeah.
little moments in life. And
Yeah.
that photo really captures that spirit.
You got it.
I think just to maybe show a little quality to the guys and the gals. I think the setup for the women and the men were maybe a little unbalanced. It's not a formal complaint, but I just wanted to let that be known.
Yeah. We had a lot more to do than you guys.
Yeah, you do need a little bit more room. That's
We
And it
just
was
sat
nice.
around.
Because it was nice because you guys came into the bridal suite before the wedding and we all just got to like chill and that was nice. Killed a
That was
bottle
nice.
of fifth of vodka.
Yeah, that was fun.
Can't complain. Overall,
You can't.
great weekend. Had so much fun.
Agree.
Then
Agree.
we jetted off to good old Jamaica. Am I-
Jamaica.
Were you in all inclusive? Were you
Oh yeah.
in a
So
it's the only way to do it.
it is, especially like somewhere like Jamaica. So we got there like at 11 on Monday. Immediately went to the beach, hung out, had a drink with lunch. Room was great. I just can't get over the weather. It was so fucking nice. We brought some edibles with us, which was such a good decision because I didn't want to have to like worry about buying anything there. And that was super nice because we would eat like half of one before like dinner or something. And it would just kind of take the edge off without having to drink so much. Because the drinks on the resorts are so like sugary that sometimes your belly can hurt, if you're drinking so many of those before dinner and stuff. It was great. Although, man, the second night we were sitting down there at the bar and Tommy and I are just talking. We hadn't really met any other couples at that point. And this couple walks up to us and they're like 70. And they're like, "Are you guys newlyweds?" And we're like, "Oh, yeah." And they like gave us this bottle of rum. And they were like, we always give this bottle of rum that we get from Sandals to a newlywed couple. And then the wife was like, "Yeah, because we don't like to pack it. And so we just like give it away." Like, takes away like the niceness of it by being like, "Yeah, we don't like to bring it home with us.
Take our garbage, please."
Yeah. And so I was just like, okay, whatever. So then keep in mind, Tommy and I are high and drunk, right? And this old lady is talking to me and the guy is talking to Tommy, and Tommy is like, can't hear a fucking word he's saying. And like, they will not go, like talking so long. And she talked about like, "Well, have you guys ever been to a Sandals before?" Because like, I didn't really realize like Sandals are kind of bougie. Like, we paid a decent amount of money and it was super nice. I was like, "Yeah, no, we haven't. Like, we normally kind of bop around. Like, we don't have one solid place we like to go to all the time. And we think next year in March, we'll do Ireland for our 1-year anniversary and all this." And she was like, "Yeah, well, we do more than one trip a year because we probably have more money than you."
No, she didn't.
I swear to God. And I just was like, "Yeah, I hope you have more money than us. You're fucking
You
70.
old bitch.
Yeah,
Bitch, you got a 90-year head start, motherfucker.
Wow.
It was so funny. And then like Tommy is over there like talking to this guy, whatever. We see him again the next day and they come up to us, and Tommy had told him where we lived in O'Fallon, Illinois, because they're from like Cincinnati. So I was like, "Oh my God, Tommy, what if you see him this weekend?" But anyway, so we see him the next night and we're like, "Fuck me." Like, they walk by us and then they make a loop and then they come up and they're like, "You didn't think we were going to walk by without saying hi, did you?" And me and Tommy were both like, "Are you fucking kidding me?" The next day, they're sat next to us at dinner. And I was like, "Are you fucking kidding me?" And it was like my back, it is like facing the guy's back. And he kept like turning around and trying to talk to us. And I was like trying to act like I didn't hear them. And then they would just like keep going. I'm like, "Please, for the love of God, make this end."
Damn.
That was the only bad thing on the honeymoon. And it's honestly kind of funny because like, she would just say some out of pocket shit and like didn't even realize she was being rude. And I'm like, "What's going on with you, ma'am? You're scaring me."
Probably have more money on you. She sounds fucking badass. That sounds awesome. Fuck
She
yeah,
was
what
wearing a
flex.
bikini. She's like 70 something and she was wearing a bikini on the beach. I saw her.
She look all right.
Go
Yeah,
off,
she looks-
queen.
Yeah. So they gave you a bottle of rum from, what was this place?
Sandals.
So that's the resort, or that's like another
That's the resort. So
It's like a loyalty reward
specialty
sort of situation.
thing?
Yes.
I see.
Hey, you've been coming
Yes.
here since before World War II.
1912.
Yeah.
yes,
Lincoln was in
exactly.
office.
And so then like they kept telling us like, "You've got to sign up for Sandals rewards. You've got
Yeah,
to
were they work? Do they work for the resort? What the fuck? They're like
God.
pitching you.
They might as well." And
Referral bonus?
I was super annoyed, but then I was like, "You know what? It'll be nice to have that bottle of rum from our honeymoon as like
It's
a
a good
little
story.
memorabilia."
Good story.
Yeah, great story.
Hmm.
So yeah, that's about it.
Damn. Probably have more money than you do. Yeah.
That's awesome. I'm gonna
That is
start
awesome.
saying that to people, just regardless,
Mhm.
even though it's not true for most people I run into. But I'm gonna start dropping that.
Right.
I'll be in
Yeah, like
Yeah.
this weekend.
Yeah, I'll
My
be in a new
dad.
city.
It's
So I
all
don't
right.
know anybody.
It's all right, Dad. I probably got more money than you.
Yeah, probably
I
got more
was-
money than you.
I was thinking I was thinking I could just start dropping that on people, like when you got to dinner and you buy an appetizer and it's like, oh, who wants this on this check? Like I could just be like, you know what, we actually make more money.
I'll just get it.
Just go ahead and throw that on ours.
Yeah, the pores will not be paying for the mozzarella sticks.
Yeah.
Hate to burden the pores.
He actually ate more than me, but I make a little bit more, so we'll take that. Like literally, don't worry about it.
They're used to eating gruel and porridge. They'll be fine. I'll just pay for it. It's a nice treat for them. They don't usually get to get out.
Oh yeah, it's such a nice treat. So, and then she also asked the second night that we saw them, she asked to see pictures from our wedding, and she was like, "Oh yeah, pretty." And then when she was like, "Well, what'd your bridesmaids look like?" I had to go find a picture of the bridesmaids. And then she looked at her husband and she was like, "Oh, her bridesmaids wore slinky little dresses." I was like, this bitch is trying to fight me. I mean, they were black.
What does that
fitted.
mean?
Slinky is I think of Slinky as being kind of slutty.
Like from Toy Story?
Slinky.
Yeah, they look like dogs. Yeah, I mean, I think they were not really scandalous in any way.
No.
They were
They
were
classy.
chic. They were chic. I would describe them as chic.
Maybe she doesn't know.
Yeah,
Maybe
I mean, it sounds like she's the poor, if we're being honest. I think
out of that rum.
anyone that's flexing that they go regularly to Sandals Jamaica, no offense to Sandals Jamaica, but I mean, it's
Sandals Jamaica.
not the biggest fucking flex. That's what it is, right? That's where you went? Where that's
that's not like
it's not the
it's
town.
the resort. It's a resort.
No, I'm saying, well, I'm used to the fucking The Office. Michael Scott. He always says, we went to Sandals Jamaica. Me and whatever.
Okay,
Jess,
Jan. So that's funny because it's funny that you mention it because that's I think that's why we think of Sandals as being chuggy kind of.
Mm-hmm.
But it's a nice ass place. But I'm I blame the office for making people think that it's chuggy.
I just think it's a synonymous name brand. So yeah. I mean, I don't know shit about resorts. So there's obviously something that is an upgrade to Sandals. It's not like Sandals is the Ritz-Carlton of resorts. It's nice, but it's not it's not something that you fucking brag about how much money you have because you stay there regularly.
It's not like celebrities are going to fucking a Sandals.
Yeah, exactly.
Although maybe they should. Here they have a nice rewards rum program.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so funny. They told you that they gave you that just because it's we don't want to take it on the plane.
Funny.
They told me that both nights. They said it when they gave it to us, and then the next night they were like, "You got that rum all packed up?" And it's funny because we forgot the rum at the bar, walked down, smashed some food at the late night place, walked back through, and I was like, "Oh fuck, that rum's still sitting there that we left there." We grabbed it and went back to the room. I was like, "We should have fucking forgot it."
Man, I just want to live on an all-inclusive resort just forever,
Yeah. Hey, can't complain. It was a lovely time.
Sounds great.
Let's all just quit our jobs and move to Costa Rica or something. We could do this podcast from there, hang out.
We could.
I mean, if we pooled all our money that we have right now into Costa Rican money, we'd be fucking rolling in it probably, right?
We would be rolling in money in Jamaica too. It's crazy.
How much?
Bobby and I are remote workers. As long as there's internet, we can just do our jobs.
I can too.
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean,
nice. Tommy will make it work. Michaela will make it work.
Yeah, she could just work for BetterHelp. I don't know. She could be a therapist online, right?
Yeah.
YOLO.
Is the time zone? What's the time zone situation there?
1 hour difference, I think.
Okay, so that's what I figured.
Eastern time. Yeah.
You don't really have a jet lag situation.
I was just gonna say, were there any activities, or you just kind of bumming around?
Beach volleyball, pool volleyball.
Nice.
Shuffleboard, bags, hillbilly golf.
How are the ACLs?
The ACLs held up well.
Okay.
They did what they needed to do
for the joints. It's not too much pounding on on the
True.
ligaments and the joints.
Yeah.
True.
It's a good
Yeah.
cushion.
So can't complain. It was a fantastic time. We met a handful of really fun couples. Their entertainment on the resort was really cool. And overall, loved it. Jamaicans were so great, and Tommy kept trying to talk in a Jamaican accent to the servers, and I was like, I swear to God, like, if you do that, I'm fucking leaving. He kept being like, me wanna do it. I'm like,
like he was doing it on purpose, or he would just like slip into it because
no, he was doing it. He was doing it on purpose, but he kept being like, Bobbie, if I get too drunk, like, I'm gonna say this to the servers, and I'm like, I swear to fucking God, if you do that,
I can leave you here.
Yeah.
I was on the page of Wes of like when a guy hangs around too many black people and he starts being like, "Hey, bro," you're like, "Okay,
relax.
All right, Justin, let's reel it
chill.
in."
Yeah.
Right, cool.
So whatever. I mean, it was great time. Work has been fucking rough this week coming back after 2 weeks off. That's been like the worst part of it all. Fuck work. I mean, I love my job, but fuck.
Yeah.
It's the worst. It just is.
Labor is not fun.
Talk yourself into fucking. Well, it's a pretty good job. Yeah, it's like it's good for a job, but it's a job.
Yeah.
At the end of the day.
Most days I enjoy it, but
if
today,
I wouldn't do it for free.
Week, I wouldn't do it for free. This week has been brutal, though. Oh my God, I've gotten 2 of these lattes. It's like literally as big as my head. So many cups of coffee. Almost fucking sharded today. In full transparency.
Yeah, happy to know that.
Running theme on the show, just poop.
Yeah, pooping.
A lot of poop.
A lot of poop in the pants. Not a lot of poop in the toilet.
No, mostly in pants.
A lot of poop where it's not supposed to be. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, well, great. I had an awesome time. Happy to be part of it.
Thanks, guys. I'm happy you
Good
guys
times.
were both there. It was fun.
Yeah.
Everyone recognized you guys. Can we talk about that?
That's what I was going to say. It was a huge ego boost. Incredible.
Everyone was like, there's those podcasting guys.
I didn't get a lot. That didn't happen that much to me. Did it happen that much to you?
3 or 4 times, probably.
Yeah.
I mean, like Bobbie's friends who, like, every time I see them, that's like the only thing
like,
they ever talk
yeah,
to me
it's-
about. So, I mean, that was normal.
True.
There was 2 or 3 people that were
Actually-
like, hey, listen to the thing. It was a little backhanded. There was a couple people who was like, it was actually pretty good. I was like, thanks, I guess.
You're not a big, dumb idiot.
You didn't sound stupid. That was pretty good.
Yeah, I was actually with you when one of those happened. I think it was maybe Mason or somebody else.
Mason, he's like,
Oh, yeah.
I was shocked.
Yeah, that was
natural.
funny.
It was
That was
good.
funny. Yeah, good stuff.
That is funny. He listened to the one with Tommy and I think. And then he
yeah.
started listening to a few others because he was telling me about it.
He's
And someone else came up to you, Wes, in the lobby, though, I thought.
Kayla did. Yeah,
Oh,
Kayla
yeah.
said she listened to a couple of them, or at least one of them.
Nice.
Like, oh, you're on the podcast with Bobbie. And like, as a matter of fact, I am. Yeah, that's me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was sitting there and I was thinking, damn near everyone that's ever listened or watched this is in this.
Is
building.
here.
All of our listeners are in one spot.
Yeah.
It was
honestly felt
basically a meetup. It was basically
Felt like a meetup. Yeah, we should have had merch there for all of our fans.
Yeah. We should drop some merch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We should do like Supreme. We should make like one shirt. Once it's gone, it's gone. We'll do another release the next week.
Yeah. Limited
I mean,
drops.
Seems like that would cost us more money than it would make, probably. But
Yeah.
Fuck it.
Yeah.
Do it for
All
the
right.
love of the game.
do it for the art.
Right.
We anything else to talk about? That lasted a while. What else we want to talk?
Well, I want to talk Bachelor. Duh.
Of course, obviously. Brody, what'd you think of it?
Didn't watch it. Haven't watched. I haven't watched since the second episode. I don't think.
If you had to guess what happened.
I'm gonna guess. There was. trying to think of all the normal beats of the last episode of the show. I'm going to guess there was a bunch of Jesse sitting on a couch and wasting 15 minutes of your time, like 3 chunks of that probably.
So much more than that.
There was some girls that were getting catty over the one villainous girl on the show probably at some point.
Shockingly, didn't happen.
Okay. Zach, trying to think. It didn't seem like from social media, I kind of got like, it didn't seem like there was any huge twists. I don't know. I mean, you kind of get an edit and you know who's gonna win, or was that wrong? Were you
I was kind of
swapped,
surprised.
reflipped?
I feel like I knew, but I was trying to convince myself that I didn't know. You know?
Also, I don't know if this needs to be said. It is a couple days after. Spoiler warning: if anyone happens to like watch this after, I mean, we're going to talk about it.
So true.
So in all of my talking to people, everyone just knows ahead of time. Am I the only person that watches this show without knowing the end?
I didn't know the end. I didn't look at the end. I didn't.
So many people. Anyone I'm ever talking to, like, oh, you watching this season? Like, yeah. I looked who won after the first episode.
Well, you know, I do that sometimes. Like if I'm watching a movie and it's like the anxiety is killing me, like what's going to happen? I look up the end so then I can relax and like watch it in peace. My anxiety girlies get it.
Then just watch something else.
Yeah, watch something that
Well,
doesn't cause
sometimes I
anxiety.
can't. Sometimes I can't because Tommy's like, I want to watch this so bad.
That makes more sense, I guess.
Yeah, that does make more sense. If you, I don't really care. Anyways, that's not what it's about. Yeah, I mean,
Zach got engaged.
Zach
The
didn't get
girl
engaged.
who he broke up with, it was heartbreaking. She's very hard on herself.
It was
She
tough.
wasn't mean at
It was
all, but
tough.
she's just like, why am I not good enough, essentially? But it felt really genuine. I really like her. They had the best dates. It was bad. I mean, it was good, but it was bad, you know?
I saw something about some sort of scandal that he like got coerced into having sex. There was a storyline about that or something.
Oh,
Yeah. Take it away, Wes.
I'll take it. I'll take this one.
As
So,
a man,
As a man that is familiar with the act,
being coerced
no,
into sex.
yes. No. So final 3 is Fantasy Suites, right? Yeah. And he went into that episode with the rule or thought or intention to not have sex with anyone. Sex was off the table. That's not what it was going to be about.
Right.
Which is wild. And I don't know if, so he had the first date and he told her that, hey, this is a decision I made. We're not doing that. We're going to make it about not that. So they didn't. And then the second date, he was like, all right, I'm going to do it. So he does with her. And then he feels so
wanting.
Yes. No, he coerced. I don't know if that's what they're referring to, is he told them all that that's not happening. And then he did.
Yeah.
Okay.
She
But
didn't
they didn't
force
really-
anything on him.
No.
Oh, I feel like people were on social media were acting like she was kind of I don't know.
I know. People
Crossing a
were acting
boundary
like
or-
that.
Yeah, I don't. No,
I thought that was
yeah,
dramatic.
I don't think that was the case. But then he was feeling all guilty, so he had to just go spilling the beans to everyone, which is a terrible idea.
Yeah.
We get like a Clayton situation. I'm so fucked up. What is wrong with me?
He went to his third date and he was like, I went in with the intention of not doing this. Guess what though? I did it. So I'm going to tell you that. And she was like, boy, wish you didn't tell me that.
Yeah.
And it
Weird.
was really weird and it kind of ruined the whole night. But then he picked her. He picked the girl on the third date.
Yeah. And it was tough because like he kept telling Gabby, which was the girl he didn't pick, on their last date, like, I don't know what I'm going to do. I haven't made my decision. This is so hard
torn.
on me. I'm so torn. And then he ended up picking the other girl, and she like knew as soon as she got out of the car for their date, she was just like, I know it's not me. So that was tough. It was a tough watch. She looked phenomenal after the final
Ooh.
rose.
Buddy.
I don't think she'll have
Unbelievable.
any problem
How dare you not make her the Bachelorette? What were you thinking?
I don't think she wanted it. I don't think she
I have
wanted
to
it.
imagine she was offered and turned it down. Had to
Yeah.
have been.
Yeah. She's great. I think that we'll see her more. But I really liked her. I don't think that she was mentally ready to be the Bachelorette either, because she needs to do some self-love.
Probably. Yeah, probably. But with that being said, I don't dislike the one that he picked. She seems
No,
fine.
not at all. I really enjoy her. I also, the guy that has been like the main producer or like director, I don't know what you would fucking call him. Mike Heiss or whatever, Mike Fleiss. I don't fucking know how to say it. He just announced that he's leaving. So the franchise might, switch some shit up because he's leaving.
Wow.
And I think that would be really cool if they like kind of changed the format a little bit.
It needs a little injection of something. It's getting really stale, I feel like. I'm not like a lifelong fan. Even just watching like the last 3, 4,
they're all
very
like the
similar
same.
year to year, and it's not that interesting. All the
I
drama
feel like,
feels very forced, very,
what
unnatural.
What if they were able to have their phones for like 1 hour a day? Just to like get things from the outside world too. Like, oh, I heard this girl had a boyfriend, or I wonder if that would spice things up at all.
Yeah. I think spoilers would probably be the big issue with that they would worry something would spoil something. But I mean, that shit already happens anyway. So I guess who cares?
Yeah, it really does. And that might be kind of funny. Like if I don't know. I think, or should they do it to where it's like live, like the rose ceremonies? We're watching that shit like the night it's happening,
Oh, that would be.
Yeah, he should do it out there with fucking Jesse. Yeah, he should walk out there with all the other girls there and fucking.
Yeah, like imagine it being live and there was like a stream where you could like talk. Like that would be really fucking cool.
What was the show? What was the show where there was a live stream you could watch like at night, like just anytime?
I know what you're talking about.
Just a 24-hour live stream.
It was like the House of Celebrities. Like Trisha Paytas was on it.
I'm talking farther back than that. I'm talking another show that did it. Do they do something like that now?
No, Trisha Paytas has been around for a while.
Yeah, this was a while ago.
Oh. Okay, maybe it is what I'm thinking.
What was that? Not Big Brother.
Not Big Brother. I don't know. I know what you're talking about, though. We should do like a segment on the show where we just come up with crazy ideas to fix The Bachelor.
Hell yes. Well, mine is that it should be live.
I like it.
What do you mean, the entire time?
Like, I think that we should watch the rose ceremonies live.
So, like,
how would they? It'd be hard to edit, though.
We don't need to edit. They just need to say the names.
But you still have to.
No, I'm saying like the stuff that happens before the rose ceremony.
Do the dates. You wouldn't do the dates and stuff live.
Well, then do the rose ceremony on its own day. You know what I mean? I think it's
a half-baked idea, but
it's.
I know. That's what we're doing. We're trying to get there.
Wes will like this one. Take a little Survivor playbook. Immunity. Girl gets to like take the immunity all the way to the top. Sorry, you have to marry me. Get fucked.
Fuck yeah.
I won the game, bitch. I know you don't like me, but I got this little tiki torch, and that means
one knee.
You're mine, bitch. You get down. Give me that ring.
Yeah.
Or what if the first impression rose was guaranteed to make it to fantasy suites?
Whoa.
Yeah.
As we've seen, just in my experience so far, first impression rose is a
kiss of
death.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Doesn't work.
No, that's good. That's good.
Doesn't turn out well. I like that. I like something that you can keep yourself in the game. Or I think there should be maybe, it's hard to force someone to marry you, but I think maybe some sort of competition, some way, find an idol that you can play it at any time and get a one-on-one date.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Survivor's just the best. Just make Survivor. It's just the best reality show. It just is.
Yeah, it fucking kicks ass.
It's
or
fucking
something
perfect.
Where you can like.
Do people fall in love on Survivor? Like just on accident?
Sometimes there's
think
one
it's
like really
happened.
famous couple, but yeah, it happens from time to
Boston
time.
Rab.
Yeah, Boston Rob and whatever his wife's.
Yeah, they're still together,
married.
right?
Yeah, I believe so.
Do you think I could make it on Survivor for like a week?
No,
probably not.
A week maybe.
Yeah, a week. Yeah, I mean,
is there any food, or do I have to find my own food?
No,
they give you like a bag of rice, and that's what you have. You have to ration out the rice, and other than that, you have to like make a fire, hunt,
boil
fish, make a fishing rod, make something to.
You would go prancing around.
Yeah,
you'd go prancing around, and someone would. Yeah, you'd last a week for sure.
You might talk too much. You might be too much of a blabbermouth. They might get you out of there. You might overplay your hand a little.
True.
You know,
I think that's probably right.
It's a delicate balance. You don't want to talk too much. You don't want to be completely silent. It's a very delicate.
She's got. I think she's. Yeah.
You would last a week. You would not get eliminated first. I don't think. There's so many people that are fucking helpless that show up on the show.
Because I'm stronger than I appear. So I feel
as long as you're willing to help with things, you don't have to be
good
at.
Don't be a diva.
I won't be a diva. My only fear would be sleeping.
Let's get Bobbie on the fucking Survivor.
Jeez.
You love islands. You love being on the island.
You drew.
I'm an island gal.
Rains a lot more there.
Just do it. I think they're doing the next season at Sandals Jamaica. So you just.
Then I'm fucking in, and I might see my buddies there.
Yeah.
We met a guy that owns like a ton of Wawas. I'm like,
whoa,
this dude, but he was like the most nonchalant guy ever. And he was kind of like a nerdy guy, like in his 30s maybe. And I told Tommy, I was like, I fucking love guys like that. Like, I love people that are just like fucking nerdy and they just like own it. It's not like, oh, I'm not trying to be like conventionally cool or anything. He's like, you know what? I'm gonna.
He was
easy to not give a fuck when you're rich as shit.
Yeah.
But he didn't even act rich. Like, I would have never known. Like, you could have told me.
That's the richest people are the people that do not present themselves as being rich.
They don't tell you they have more money than you.
Exactly. Fucking Dolores and fucking Bob, whatever the fuck your names were.
Mm-hmm.
Those people are not rich. They're not wealthy. I'll just say
money
right
talks, wealth whispers. Let me tell you.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes. So, fuck them, bitches.
Yeah. They're probably not even retired. Fucking
whore.
Yeah. Did you?
Fuck those people.
Did you watch any like post Bachelor like interview stuff? How are we feeling about Zach?
Of course, obviously.
Well, I have not. How have they?
I only watched
a very prominent. Okay, yes, a very prominent podcast was spreading a rumor that he was maybe with someone else already, and we had an inside scoop, and it was untrue.
It was funny how they addressed all of that. The interview, you didn't text me back, did you?
No, I was at work today, and I did forget to text you back. I did watch that clip, though.
Okay.
I was actually driving back from lunch when...
okay. Well, then you could have texted me back. So that's so
weird. I was driving, so, yeah.
But you were watching the clip, so you said...
No, I watched it. No, I mean, I can't text, but I threw it on.
Oh, okay.
I just listened to the clip.
Okay. But yeah, the interview did a little, because like overall I thought Zach was an okay Bachelor. Like, I don't think he bombed it. I think people are hard on the Bachelor regardless, because like people just hate men. And so I think that did a little bit of reputation management on my end. I enjoyed watching it. Him and Katie seemed very happy. I do think I'm going to watch Ariel on Nick Vile's podcast. I saw a few clips floating around and that looked pretty good. I fucking hate Nick Vile. He's so arrogant, but I'm going to watch it just because I like Ariel, but yeah, we'll see.
Okay. Yeah, I thought he did a fine job. It was, I don't know.
I think he has to be more attractive in person.
You say that about everyone.
I know, because I think that like when I see a picture of myself, I'm like, ugh, like I hope I look better in person. Like right now, I can promise you I don't look better in person. But
Yeah, you look hideous right now.
I look haggard. Tommy asked me if I was going to put makeup on before I started filming this podcast. I was like, no, I'm
If you're watching on
not.
YouTube, comment haggard down below.
Yeah.
Um,
Please
yeah, go ahead and smash that comment button. But anyway, so it is what it is. I don't even know where I was going with that.
I thought everyone called it boring. I don't know. I was one of my favorite seasons. I liked it. I liked the season.
I thought it was a traditional season because we actually like had good girls on there. It wasn't like dumb, fake
Very good
drama.
I thought they were very good. I thought it was
Brody, you would have hated it.
From my fellas out there, it was a real season that really replenished the farm system, if you will. A lot of really good girls on the roster to really plug into other parts of the seasons. If you were Bachelorette, Paradise, we really got some youth in the organization now. For all my fellas, again for all
baseball
my fellas.
Starting up tomorrow or
opening day. I thought I would
slide
that in.
We're talking to you on opening day.
Yeah, so I would maybe slide that in there. But yeah,
is it really opening day?
Yep,
tomorrow,
today,
Thursday.
Holy crud! Baseball. You should make the thumbnail me swinging the baseball bat.
Yeah, if you send me a pic
in a wedding dress.
Send me a pic. I'll do that up. Or I can just put your face on a fucking Jose Canseco's body or something.
Yeah, his big steroided out body.
Yeah, I look
Mark McGuire forearms.
Yeah.
Damn. Or like, you could put my face like on a splat baseball. Like how like I think that would be so good.
Yeah. You know what was always really cool whenever we were growing up? Parents who were way too into their child's softball or baseball career would have like the thing you stick on your back windshield that looked like a baseball that was cracking the windshield.
Yeah.
The fucking Venn diagram of the people that yell at like 8-year-old umpires for like umpires for 8-year-old games and the people that have those on the back of their car. It's a circle. It's the same people.
Mm-hmm. I agree. I'm so happy that baseball's starting already. I didn't realize that it was going to come so soon.
Yeah, it's great. I guess it's fine. I don't care about it.
I will say I'm not a big baseball girl, but when we went to Chicago and went to Wrigleyville, that was pretty cool.
Yeah, it's fun. It's great. They got a good setup. Going to a baseball game. I feel like the older I get, the more and more going to a baseball game is good in theory. And then when I actually get there, it's like the seat's kind of uncomfortable. It's fucking hot.
Yeah. It is hot.
Forever.
Yeah. Hopefully now new rule
Pitch
changes.
Pitch
Theoretically,
clock.
the game will go much faster now, which helps. Still hot though.
Yeah.
Still sweaty.
If the games are going to be faster, you think that the drink prices will go up because they're going to
just thinking about that. They can't sell as much booze.
Yeah. Can't go up much more than it is already. Am I right? Golly.
Yeah. Boy, they're
crazy.
Really taking it to us on these beer prices.
You got to get more for your buck. Just take a fucking shot. Take a shot.
Yeah, sneak booze in like a real man.
Yeah, bring a flask, you loser.
Yeah.
Ooh,
bitch.
I went to go see the Killers in concert. 10 out of 10.
I bet that
would fucking recommend. It was the best concert I've ever been to by a mile. It was so good.
What was the favorite? So good. What was the best song?
Oh, I mean, they were all good, and I'm like a moderate semi fan of the Killers, so I knew a lot of the songs. When You Were Young, smash,
can't go wrong,
killed it.
Damn, I might have to listen to that.
I mean, all of it was good. I think the thing that impressed me so much, they've been touring and been doing this shit for so long. They're such pros, and the show is like so dialed in. And they've got the screens, they've got like 6 camera angles, they've got confetti cannons, they've got a light show. It is so dialed in, so good. the lead singer's like just he could not have the crowd more in the palm of his hand if he tried.
Amazing.
One thing that I did notice, and I've heard people say this, that like they are like a closeted pseudo Christian band almost. I kind of buy it. Like the whole presentation and the whole guy's vibe is like very much like Joel Osteen-esque, where you're like, God, this is you're kind of weird. But it was, and on the same time, it was like, I get it though. Like if this is what, I could see how you get wrapped up in loving God. I don't even know if that's true. That's like a rumor, but like just had everyone in the palm of their hand. It was unbelievable. So good. If you are in a city where the Killers are coming to perform, I would buy tickets.
Nice. Have you ever met someone? This will be a good closing statement. Have you ever met someone and you're like, if this person ran a cult, they could get me in here? Like I would be able, because some people are just so captivating naturally that it's like, oh yeah, I trust them. I'll do whatever. Like I've met someone like that I'm like, do you lead a cult? Because you could. And people would join.
Probably.
A lot of
just marinate in that.
Probably easier to start a cult than you think. I don't know.
A lot of, what came to mind when you described that person? College basketball coaches.
Yeah.
Like just like recruiting kids.
Yes.
Like recruiting kids and like just bamboozling their dumb parents into letting them just whisk their kid off to use them for athletic gain.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. As someone who has had that exact thing happen to
Matt
them,
Nadelhofer is who I'm referring to. And like schmoozing, like whatever they're called, like donors and shit, getting money for donations and just, cult vibes, cult leader vibes.
College sports are a cult.
Not only him, but just like college coaches in general.
Yeah.
College sports are a cult. Sports in general are kind of a cult. It's all a cult.
A little bit.
Little
sports are my religion, bro.
Yeah, dude. It's fucking life to me.
Yeah, same. But
concert was so good. It was so good.
Anyways, shout out the Killers.
Brody, I can't wait to hear what your opinions are after you go to Taylor Swift. That's gonna get here before you know it.
I just bought the fucking hotel room for that. God damn, should have bought those sooner. They were sold out.
Yeah,
didn't get
really should have.
Paying a lot of money to stay at a La Quinta. I'll say that. So.
Damn. Yeah, I got our hotel the day I got tickets.
Yeah,
and
that, probably.
I've been hearing people say you shouldn't rely on Uber too. Like you should get like a driving service. So I need to look up that too.
Theoretically, we can walk there from our hotel. So we'll see.
We cannot. I'm going to Arrowhead, and that is the stadium with the best acoustics. So I am very excited.
Yeah, that'll be sweet. Arrowhead's cool.
I imagine that. Yeah, I imagine that's a nightmare to get there because it's just in the middle of a parking lot, kind of in the middle of fucking nowhere. That's going to be a clusterfuck.
Hey, thanks for the words of encouragement.
Hey, you're gonna have a bad time.
That's every concert ever though. It's like once I'm in there, it's awesome. Before and after, like getting in there and getting out is an absolute fucking nightmare.
Yeah, I feel like we're gonna have to go there early and just like drink some drinks there and just sit and just fucking wait.
Tailgate it. Fuck it.
Yeah, that actually would be kind of fun.
Yeah, we'll probably find we're going with Michaela's sister. She's not 21, so that's gonna make things awkward. Or
get that girl in a fake.
Yeah, get her older sister's fake. Get her older sister's ID, dude. Come on.
Yeah, you can like go in a bar though, right? Most of the time, if it's like
depends on how late too.
Type of bar. I mean, it'll be before the concert, probably. I'm just trying to think of like a way to kill time and be over near the stadium before.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there'll be plenty of places because you guys can grab food and drinks somewhere and, chillax. But that's a crazy set.
Chillax.
Yeah, see how it goes. I'm pretty middle of the road on Taylor. I'm not like a super fan, not a hater, so I'll be interested to see. I think I'll have a very unbiased opinion, so we'll see.
Prepare for a religious experience.
Mm-hmm.
We shall see. We shall see.
No, I don't know. I haven't seen her in a really long time, but she's a really good performer. Really long concerts, tons of songs. From what I'm,
Yeah,
this
she's
is
amazing.
supposed to be like her entire catalog of a tour.
Here's a thought that I had about this. That's just all concerts. No, don't basically. I mean, there's like rare circumstances where bands are like, we're playing the new album. Pretty much every concert I've ever been to, the band / artist just plays their entire discography. They play the hits and then they maybe, play 4 or 5 new songs. So I think it's like some classic Taylor marketing. It's like, I'm just doing a regular concert tour, but this is like a big thing that is like different, even though it's pretty much just a concert.
Dude, this is way different. This is the Eras tour.
I'm playing all my music as opposed to all other bands that also play all.
But
I
think the big thing is that she's never had a concert for a lot of these newer albums. So like a lot of these songs have never been played in concert. And they never had their own tour. So I think that's because like she does like 16 outfit changes and like the set changes.
Idiot. Duh.
Great marketing on her end.
Yeah, I mean that's why she's fucking numero uno. Her and Drake. They're the best of the best.
Yeah. Crushing the game.
Yeah.
It's true.
Absolutely.
Make some arguable mid music and fucking market the shit out of it. Straight to the goddamn top.
Chill, bro. Damn, bro. Watch your mouth.
Yeah, watch your mouth around me. Hope.
Drake should open for Taylor Swift.
Drake and Taylor Swift have beef.
Do they? Do they?
Yeah, they have beef.
About what?
It's like, so when Midnights came out, she like her entire album was like on like the top 100 list, and then he like bumped her out or whatever of one spot, and he posted it and like crossed out her name, and that was kind of weird. Like if you're gonna post a screenshot, like why like cross out just her name?
Dude, and much beef.
And then there was something else about it though. Oh, I forget.
I mean, even that's
he's friends with Justin Bieber. Justin Bieber and Taylor Swift like notoriously fucking hate each other.
It's so stupid. You just can't be friends with them.
It's like fucking pro wrestling.
Yeah.
It's like, we're going to make up this beef. It's going to we're going to get 1,000 likes, millions of likes on this Instagram post. Yeah. I mean, that's what he's like, if I cross out Taylor Swift's name, this is going to go fucking crazy. They're going to put it, there's going to be a deadline story about it. It's going to be on all the blogs. It's going to be a thing. Meanwhile, he's texting Taylor Swift. He's like, fucking, we got their ass again, didn't we?
One of our heathens, baby.
Yeah, we did, Aubrey. You're absolutely right.
Aubrey. Yeah.
Man, I always forget his name's Aubrey. All right. Well, great recap. It's great to have the gang back together.
It's good to see you guys. It's good to be back in front of the mic, you know?
Hot mic.
Yeah, get some shit off our chest.
Yeah.
All right. Great episode. Great show. Good to be back with you guys. Yeah, that's it. That's all. See you later. Goodbye. That's the end of the show.
Bye, twats.